Alright guys, Liverpool and Man City drew 2-2 earlier today. I've just got back from the game. I went to the game today. What a game. Man City first half were brilliant, and uh, the only disappointment for them would have been that they didn't score. The first half they absolutely dominated, which I think you'd expect really, but I think the surprising element was that Liverpool didn't create any chances in the first half at all, really. Like you expect City to have 60% of the possession against Liverpool, but you don't. What you don't expect is like Liverpool to create nothing in the first half. Second half, Liverpool came out a different side. I should mention that City in the first half did have a couple of really good chances. Phil Foden had one where Bernardo Silva, oh my god, produced like Lionel Messi level of dribbling to get past Jordan Henderson, Andy Robertson, and Virgil van Dijk, and play an excellent pass through to Phil Foden, but Foden just couldn't take the opportunity, and Alisson did well to come out and smother it, to be fair. And the other one was a cross from Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne a diving header, which he definitely should have done better with. He needed to get it on target. It was a poor header, to be honest. And also in the first half, Foden made life unbearable for James Milner at right back. Milner has been good when played at right back so far this season. And for someone who's 35, 36 in a few months' time, he is incredible. But at 20 or 21-year-old Phil Foden was just a bit too much for him today. But yeah, half time comes and Liverpool came out a much better side straight from the off. I should also mention that Joel Matip was Liverpool's best player by far in the first half. He was probably the best attacking player, which says a lot. You know what he's like. He loves to run with the ball into midfield. He's brilliant. I love Matip. And he played a ball right at the start of the second half into Jota. Jota managed to spin, I think it was Ruben Diaz, and get a shot off, which Ederson saved. And then a few minutes later, the first goal came through Sadio Mane. Brilliant team play through James Milner, Fabinho, and Mo Salah. Salah brings the ball forward, skips past João Cancelo, and plays an inch-perfect pass to Sadio Mane, and Sadio Mane just has to put it past the keeper and make it 1-0. And Liverpool were on top. The crowd was going bananas, and but unfortunately, City managed to equalise about probably 10 minutes later. There was a little period where Liverpool were 1-0 up. Raheem Sterling came on. He got his usual endearment as he came on the pitch. I don't dislike Raheem Sterling, to be honest, even as a Liverpool fan. I can see why he did want to leave us in 2015, because at that time we were under Brendan Rodgers, just finished 6th in the league, having finished second in the previous season. Steven Gerrard was leaving. It was the end of an era. And as far as it left the previous summer, Sturridge was very injury prone, and at times that season Sterling was the main man. So there was so much pressure on him, and he was good enough to play for a Champions League team, and is good enough to play for a Champions League team, and Liverpool weren't that at that time. He didn't know that Jurgen Klopp was to come in and change things for Liverpool, so I don't blame Sterling at all. But you got to take the bit of flack when you like are rivals, and you've gone from one club to the other. So, and I don't think he takes it to heart really. To be honest, I think he's a good guy. I like Sterling. But yeah, where was I? He came on and instantly City scored through Phil Foden. I think it was Gabriel Jesus who made the run through midfield and laid it off to Foden. It was an exquisite finish from Foden, by the way. Milner had to look over his shoulder to see where Foden was, but the problem was the pass was being played as soon as Milner does that. So by the time Milner's looked back, the ball's already gone past him, and Foden just hit it with pure precision into the bottom right corner. Alisson didn't have a chance, and then 5 minutes later, oh my god! I think Mo Salah's got to be the best football player in the world right now. I think it's between him and I haven't watched any of La Liga, but judging by Karim Benzema's stats, he's got to be given a mention as well. But this goal, he had three players around him. He drags it back and like just takes it away from Bernardo Silva. Runs past, I can't remember who it was, but I think it was Rodri and João Cancelo. And squares up to Aymeric Laporte. Cuts inside, cuts the other way, smashes it with his right foot past Ederson from a really tight angle. One of the goals of the season already. I wouldn't be surprised if it is the goal of the season. It's got to be up there with the best goals I've seen at Anfield. I've seen some good goals as well. Recently, Jordan Henderson at AC Milan. My first ever game at Anfield, Fernando Torres against Sunderland. Step over on the edge of the box, whips it top corner. Just trying to think of other ones. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain against City in the Champions League. I've seen some good goals live at Anfield, and that is right up there. But yeah, sadly, again, City equalise. Just a pure bad luck for Liverpool defensively. I think it was Foden who crossed it in, or Jesus, and it goes just beyond. Just was it Sterling Sterling was in the box. Goes beyond him. Kevin De Bruyne, it falls to him edge of the box. He hits it quite well with his left foot, but I think Alisson probably had it covered. Joel Matip, who, outside of Mo Salah or Phil Foden maybe, was probably my man of the match today. I thought he was superb. Deflects it in with his, it comes off his knee. There was nothing he could do about it. He had to try and get something on it because for all he knew, it could just be going in. But yeah, and then right at the end of the game, Fabinho has an open goal. The cross comes over, it falls to him, it goes past Ederson, but it's one of them where he sees it late, he can't control it properly, and Rodri makes a brilliant tackle to clear it away from him. Outside of all of this, it was brilliant game. The Roger Hunt mosaic on the Kop before the game was really good to see. Obviously a club legend. I can't say I've never seen him play, but I've spoken to a lot of older Liverpool fans, and they say he was just amazing and one of the best strikers the club's ever had, or forward players. What else was I going to say? I just wanted to point out some players who played really well for both sides today. Mo Salah played really well, obviously. Joel Matip, who else in particular played well for Liverpool today? Robertson had a decent game. Mane had quite a good game in the second half. City were the better side overall today, though, I'll be honest. First half, they absolutely dominated. Second half, it was more even. It was even, but I'd say Liverpool just about edged it second half. In terms of chances, that is. Who else played well? Sterling looked all right when he came on. João Cancelo had a good game. Rodri, Ruben Diaz. Um, who else? Bernardo Silva was terrific as he usually is. Bernardo Silva is one of my favourite players to watch in the Premier League. I think in terms of dribbling, he's right up there with the best in the world. I know he's had quite a lot of banter with Liverpool fans in the past about. I think it was around the time Liverpool won the Premier League, and he he wasn't too happy with some of the harassment from Liverpool fans on him. But yeah, anyway, what else was I going to say? There were two players who I didn't think performed quite well. A few players who I didn't think performed very well today. Kevin De Bruyne, although he did score in the end, I just thought he looked so off the pace. Jack Grealish struggled to get involved. Phil Foden had a very good game. I forgot to mention that. I thought Jordan Henderson didn't have his best game today. Neither did Fabinho, really. James Milner struggled, but we can let him off. He's 35 and he's up against like one of the best young players in the world, so we can let him off for that. But anyway, what a game! That's got to be up there with, in my opinion, with one of the best games we've seen in the Premier League, probably ever. It's in the top 20 or 30 ever, I think, today. That was one of those games you just don't want to see it end. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.